Welcome folks, what an absolutely glorious day to be looking at some retro computing hardware. And this is my new base of operations. Now then, on to the job at hand. Benchmarking my AMD Duron PC. Only this time we'll take the average frames per second from Quake 3, some benchmarks using Sisoft Sandra 99, and finally a run through with 3DMark 2001 2nd edition. Right then, let's get down to business. First up, I'll rectify the issue from my first benchmark of Quake 3, as I hadn't realised that the average FPS are displayed within the console after the benchmark's been completed. So to get this system all warmed up, we'll do a 640x480 benchmark in Quake 3, and this time we'll produce the average FPS for the duration of the time demo. After typing a couple of commands that had been suggested on the forum, we're now ready to do our 640x480 time demo. And here are the results: 1346 frames, 25.7 seconds, and an average of 52.4 frames per second in 640x480. I'm just going to change the resolution to 800x600, and we'll give the time demo another run through at this resolution. And the results are as follows. Same again, 1346 frames, 33.8 seconds and 39.9 frames per second. So that's pretty good at 800x600. Anything above 30 is an acceptable frame rate. Well then, for the final test of the time demos, we'll change the resolution to 1024x768 and we'll see what the result is. and surprisingly it scored higher than I was expecting, 27.3 frames per second, which may well still be playable. Let's move on now then to some benchmarks with Sisoft Sandra 99. And first up is our CPU benchmark. And the results are in, and this Duron seems to be a little pocket rocket, scoring 2618 MIPS and 993 MFLOPS, which is more than double of a P2 450. The second benchmark is the CPU multimedia benchmark. And the results are as follows. The integer MMX scores 1579 ITS, and the floating point 3D now scores 1001 ITS. And our final Sisoft Sandra test is going to be the memory benchmark. And the results are as follows. The CPU memory bandwidth is 237 megabytes per second, and the FPU memory bandwidth is 362 megabytes a second. Our CPU memory bandwidth is lagging behind the Intel, but our FPU memory bandwidth is far more superior. For the final set of tests in this video, we're going to be using 3DMark 2001 2nd edition. This will primarily be benchmarking the 3DFX Voodoo again, but I'm intrigued to see the final result. And the results are in. Our 3DFX AMD Duron PC scored 1229 3D marks, which I think's a pretty respectable score considering this machine is over 20 years old. If you have a similar system, drop me a message and let me know your results. That is now the end of the series of benchmarks on this machine, and unfortunately the end of this video. Thanks for watching guys, like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future content. Take care guys, and have a pleasant weekend.